Greetings, beloveds. This is Amara Amethyst, and I have some lunar guidance for all of us for the time period between the new moon in Aquarius on January 27th and the full moon in Leo, which is also a penumbral lunar eclipse on February 10th, 2017. I hope you're all doing so well. It has been so interesting since the last time that I made a video for all of us, and I actually just rewatched part of that video, which was very amusing to me because it was pretty spot on. So if you're interested in checking that video out, it's in my feed here. Anyways, I am bringing all of us some lunar guidance inspired by my team of guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, star beings, inner earth beings, elementals, all aspects of myself, as well as your teams, your guides, your angels, your ascended masters who you work with, inner earth beings, elementals, star beings, avatars, any and all beings who wish to support us on our journey for all of our highest good and for the highest good of all that is. And so there are a couple of messages which I have been guided to share with everybody prior to getting into the reading. The first message is that these readings are actually all channeled messages from our teams. And so the cards, which I know and probably a lot of you also know, the cards that I do, the lunar tarot part, those cards are a great visual reminder and visual interpretation of the messages which we are receiving, and they're also very useful for some of you viewers out there who are more interested in receiving messages in visual format from cards versus just trusting that something is channeled through a person. So that's all good. That's something that I'm supposed to verbally express, so there's that. Also, some other messages which I have been receiving about the time period that the channeled guidance is for are the importance of discipline, which again ties back to a lot of the things we were talking about last time with people claiming their warrior status or reclaiming their warrior status. So discipline is really important for all of us right now in whatever way that shows up for you. For some of us, this will be a discipline with our spiritual practice. For some of us, this is a discipline with our minds. For some people, it has to do with physical discipline. So perhaps that has to do with working out or eating, or a couple of people, this has to do with discipline relating to your work in the job space, perhaps with an interaction with somebody, or perhaps with really making sure that you're getting everything done on time, ahead of schedule even. That's going to really help some people out there. Okay. Also, non-judgment is another message that's been coming through really quickly. Non-judgment of yourself, non-judgment of others, non-judgment of the seemingly exterior situations that we are experiencing right now. And this also ties back to the last message about compassion and having compassion for yourself and for others and seeing the light and the goodness within all. And this also leads me into the next topic of unity. Unity. Having the connection with all that is and the understanding that all is you and you are all. And whatever is in your experience of this reality, you have created to experience and to interact with or to take responsibility for in some way. So that's really beautiful and really powerful. And this is also a reminder that if you are seeing something that you don't like, then it's important to take a look inside yourself to see why. Why don't you like that? Or you can simply let it go. Either way. But it's all you, and you are all. Another message is the importance of balance and bringing our awareness back to balance. Allowing ourselves to come to a place of balance, which may or may not look like what homeostasis or balance looks like for somebody else. Balance is an individual thing. So what leaves me feeling balanced and being balanced might not work for you, and vice versa. So really allowing yourself the time and the experimentation to figure that out. What does balance feel like for me? How can I cultivate more balance in my life and in my relationships with other people, in my relationships with other beings, and in my relationship with this earth, which we all call home? This is also a very important time to use your voice. So literally using your voice with chanting or singing or prayer, speaking your prayers out loud. Also to be aware of how you are using your voice. Are you using your voice to create that which you desire to have in your life by talking about how grateful you are for all of the beautiful things that are in your life? Or have you been using your voice? One of my teachers shared recently that one of her friends says that complaining is like a crap magnet, which I think is pretty funny. It's also true, but it's a really funny way to say it. So have you been using your voice to proclaim your sovereignty and your power and your love? Or have you been using your voice to unfortunately draw things which you are not desiring to experience to yourself? Another important part of using your voice is to speak up. Speak up for yourself and speak up for your values, that which is important to you. And you can speak up vocally, verbally. You can also write. You can sing, you can paint, you can express. However you express. Expressing in alignment with your values. Okay. And also, since this is Lunar Guidance, this has been very present on my heart and in my mind, is the reminder to go outside. Go outside and feel the moonlight, the starlight, the beautiful celestial energies which we are blessed to experience. Feel these things on your skin directly. There's a reason why people have been going out into the woods and dancing naked since humanity has existed. It's good for you. It's good for all of us to allow our physical being, this part of our physical being, to absorb and be changed by these energies and these different values of light and darkness. Our bodies and our souls and our minds and our emotions become activated in different ways by different combinations of starlight, moonlight, light bouncing off of planets. Of course, all of this is light, well, not all. A lot of this is light being reflected from stars off of objects and to us. Also absorbing these things in different geophysical locations on the planet activates us in different ways as well. So get out there and feel these things. It's really powerful to allow them to not only come into your eyes and onto the skin, which is usually exposed, but also to let it just sink in to your body naked. Okay. And also just go when you feel the urge to go do that. I know that many of us live in places that are more urban or suburban where we have neighbors close by, so we may or may not feel comfortable to just go outside in our own near our homes. So maybe make a trip out to a park or to some campsite somewhere that is a little bit more secluded if that feels more comfortable for you. And just allow yourself to soak in these energies and activate yourself. Okay. So once again, the reminder that these are channeled messages from your teams and from my team, and they all love all of us so much. You're doing a great job. I'm seeing like an orange safety vest, like those neon day glow orange. I'm associating it with a safety vest. It might be a shirt. I don't know. It's something, an article of clothing. And they're saying that you can trust this. So that is a message to somebody who that neon orange safety vest has a special meaning for. If you know that to you, like if you wear that for work, or if you see that all the time, maybe there's construction by your house or you drive by it all the time, this is a message to you. It's not a message about the vest, it's a message to whoever that resonates with, that you can trust what's happening. Okay. So for the cards, I will be using the Fifth Tarot, which is a deck that was created by Teresina and Martine Balkans, and I will also be pulling a card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and also a Goddess Guidance Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. And we're going to start with the Goddess Guidance card, because that's what it wants to do, and this card came out already. Okay. And the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and this reading is intended for all of our highest good, to align us with our highest version of ourselves possible during this time period between the new moon in Aquarius on January 27th and the full moon lunar eclipse on February 10th, which is going to be super potent, by the way. I've already been feeling it a lot and getting excited about it. Oh, also heart opening. Opening our hearts is very relevant right now. It's always relevant, but especially right now, this is a time to, and they're saying that is a form of discipline, of maintaining an open heart and maintaining, it's sort of like a sense of vulnerability. Many people fear opening their hearts or don't know how to, because we have protected ourselves for such a long time by shutting it down or by building walls around our hearts between ourselves and other people to protect ourselves from being hurt. But really those walls are causing more pain because they're not allowing the love that is being sent to us from other people and from other beings. When we build those walls around our hearts, that's not allowing the love that is flowing to us to be received and experienced. And really, what many of us are desiring is to have a deeper sense of connection with the world around us, with other beings around us, with ourselves, and to feel loved, to feel accepted, to feel appreciated. And so it's a very powerful practice to allow yourself to feel safe, to open your heart, to allow yourself to feel strong enough to open your heart, because you are strong enough. And oftentimes we have to take that leap of faith before we're going to feel safe. So something I've said before, and I'll probably say it again, is when you feel safe enough, or when you have faith enough. So if you feel safe enough, then you can open your heart and you can cultivate that feeling of safety. This is not something that another person can give to you. This is something that you give to yourself. Because you are strong enough, and you are a beautiful being, and you deserve love, and you deserve to feel and accept that love from yourself and from others. Okay. So one card already came out, by the way. Here's another one, and the top. Okay. Beautiful. So the Goddess Guidance card which we received is Brigit Don't Back Down. Again, with the discipline and that warrior essence. Stand up for what you believe is right. So, Brigit is a really powerful Celtic goddess, and she works with the elements of fire and also water. And she, like sacred healing wells are her domain and are devoted to her. And she also assists us. We can call upon Brigit to assist us. And of course, this is so, of course, Brigit is coming through right now, because In Bulk is happening soon. And this is a time when we rekindle the fires inside of us through the darkness of winter. And it is a sacred day to this goddess in particular. And she allows us to feel our own strength into, and you can also call upon her for strength. She keeps the hearth fires lit as well, so she can sort of rekindle things in the romance department, and also allow you to create a safe and loving home. I'm kind of getting a similar energy to the goddess of Vesta, which is, she is a goddess of hearth and home. Brigit is a very amazing, powerful Celtic goddess, and she is here to support you in speaking your truth, in standing up for what you know is right. You have the power, beloved one. You are a beloved daughter, son, two-spirit, of the divine, of God, goddess. You are an emanation of all that is, and your beliefs are valid and powerful. It's important that you shine the light of truth and justice, and that you open the pathway for others to follow. You are a leader. And it may not look like leadership in the traditional sense. Okay, so that's a message from Brigit. And our Wisdom of the Hidden Realms card, which we received, is the Lady of the Mirror, Reflection and Non-Judgement. The number is 44. It's a really beautiful card. Both of these are red-headed women, and both of them are related to water. The Lady of the Mirror shows us, and similar to what I was saying before, everything that we see and experience is a reflection of ourselves, and we have created it to have this experience. And so it's powerful for us to be able to perceive in this way. we can begin to, or continue to, take responsibility for that which we have created and are continuing to create. There's also, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is a box that is open and there's something sort of like emanating out of it, and it kind of reminds me of Pandora's box, right? That becomes opened and then sort of unleashes this chaos into the world, which some might say that that is happening now in the world, that we have sort of opened this box of chaotic energy, and now it's playing itself out, and we are here. We're all here, and it's up to us how we are going to live our lives amidst this energy. Non-judgement is one of the key words of this card. So again, with non-judgment, allowing experiences to be as they are and not needing to assign a meaning to them, or assign this is good, this is bad, this feels, so we don't need to do that. We simply can perceive. Okay. Perceive and take responsibility for our part in things. So the first tarot card which we received is the Ten of Fire Radiance, and this card is in the suit of fire, so again relating to Brigit, and radiance. So this being is him or herself or themselves, and is allowing for their light to shine out into the world, into this reality. And the universe, the surroundings are responding to this being and are interacting with the energy that is being radiated off of this being. We are powerful creators, and we can also inspire. We can inspire others with our light. Our unique light is going to be the most powerful way which we can inspire others. This is not about becoming the next somebody else. This is about becoming yourself radiating essence energy out and commanding your will be done. Oh, that's beautiful. That's one of my favorite cards too. Well, not two, but I was thinking of a card. Anyways, whatever. The Five of Feathers, Joy. I love hummingbirds. Hummingbird's one of my spirit animals. And so this card is a reminder to us. It's in the feather suit, which is our mental body, our thoughts, our perception of reality. This is a beautiful card reminding us that we can always choose joy in the present moment. Hummingbirds can fly in any direction. They can actually fly backwards. They're the only bird that can fly backwards. So they're seen as masters of space and time, and they also are pollinators. So they go find all the most beautiful, juicy, succulent flowers, and they cross-pollinate them. So they're a very joyful creature. They find the beauty of life and they share that with others. So this is a beautiful time to do that. And this is also, it's a 5 card, so that's about transformation, changing the way that we view the world. We can always choose joy. And that joy, so there are 4 hummingbirds. It's a 5 card, but there are 4 hummingbirds. This joy can create a solid foundation for our life to move forward. And the last card, the last tarot card which we received, which is the underlying energy for this time period, is the Three of Fire, spontaneity. That's a pretty fun one. This card is, to me, represents being in tune with our self and that which brings us joy. So what is it that lights your inner fire, that lights your spark, that helps you feel so joyful that you are in the present moment? Being aware of that allows for us to have an element of spontaneity in our lives. When we allow for spaciousness and when we allow for ourselves to be in the present moment, we can allow ourselves also to go with the flow of our excitement and to follow that to the next right thing. So this is not a card of just randomly, like randomness of doing whatever happens and like, oh, I'm spontaneous. No, it's like, it's being aware of the possibilities and the opportunities that are there, and also being so in touch with yourself and aligned with your purpose, your vision, your mission, that when it's sort of more of an idea of synchronicity is what's coming to my mind right now. Noticing when things are synchronistically leading you to a spontaneous action. This is also a reminder to take pleasure in the spontaneous joys of life. Beautiful. So the total, so there's a 10, a 5, and a 3, so that's 18, which is also a 9, which is a completion of cycles. It's also the Trinity of Trinities. So this is a super potent time period. As I said, this time, the new moon to the full moon culminates with a lunar eclipse as well. So a lot of potent energies around, which could lead to all sorts of things. It's exciting. It looks like my video is kind of going crazy here. We'll see how it goes when I load it. Hopefully that's okay with y'all, because that's just how it is. All right, so thank you all so much for joining me here in this reading. I'm still offering readings and energy healing sessions distantly or in person for a donation. So it's basically pay what you choose. You can just send a donation to me via PayPal. I'll put my PayPal me link below this video, and also include a note with what you would like the focus of your reading to be or the focus of your healing session to be. And you can send me that on PayPal and I'll get back with you with your reading or to set up a time to do a healing session. So I'm offering that by donation. Choose what you pay through the end of I almost said February and September, through the end of January 2017. So contact me soon if you're interested in that. I'm also, if you're in Arkansas, that's where I am right now. If you're in Arkansas, I will be hosting 2 heart-opening cacao ceremonies with crystal singing bowls and ceremonial cacao from Belize. And those will both be in Little Rock, Arkansas. One of them is on Sunday, February 5th. The other one is on Friday, February 10th, which is also the full moon lunar eclipse. That's going to be a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. All right, y'all. Sending you much love and many blessings.